We got a new bike build today, Forbidden Druid V2. Gonna build it up with Öhlins fork, TRP brakes, the 11-speed drivetrain I've been running, but got the new Archer components, wireless, set to try out. Praxis cranks, wolf tooth dropper, some random wheels that I got. Really excited to ride this thing and give you guys feedback on the bike, but first we gotta build it, so let's get into it. Forbidden ships this bike with the front and rear triangles separate, so we're gonna start with that. This is just a little cap that'll reveal the bolt that actually loosens this up. Yeah, there you go. That's just hand tight for now. Yep, so that all goes together. This is like a compression nut sort of dealio. While I have worked on bikes a decent amount in the past, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm good at it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, so let's find out. That don't seem right. Oh, it's because it's upside down. That makes a little more sense. I am really excited to ride this thing. I've been riding the Geometron, as viewers of the channel probably know. That bike is really good, but isn't the most playful. And at this point, you know, I've kind of like let my racing aspirations go. I am quite excited to get on something a little bit more sprightly. Now I'm second guessing myself. What side do you think it goes on? You know what? This is the sleeker side and the idler is going to go there, so we're going to go with this side. Oh my God. See, I get impatient like that, and that's when a lot of mistakes happen. It's not reverse threaded, is it? There we go. Sweet. The two wrench at once doohickey. God damn it. How tight do you think this should be? I don't have a torque wrench. It's like the main pivot, so I think pretty tight, but that should do. Rear triangle's on, and now it's headset and bottom bracket time. Now, this might make a few of you uncomfortable. We don't have any sort of headset press, but what we do have is a wooden block and a hammer. This is the Hellbender headset from Cane Creek. I've had good luck with these in the past. Kind of just make sure it's going in mostly straight. And there we are. So no special tools required. Just a little bit of grease and a persuasive hand. Started going a little crooked. See if we can recover. There we go. Gets me nervous every time, but so far it's worked out. Let's grease this bad boy up. I'm using this wolf tooth grease. It's been really nice so far. So yeah, shout out Wolf Tooth for providing some nice grease. Also using their chain lube. So I'm running a 150 mil Öhlins 36. So this is the same fork I was running on my last Druid. Might think about bumping it up to 160 eventually. Oh God, Butterfingers over here. This is the classic predicament. You dropped your spacer, you don't have access to the top nut, but it's kind of all that's keeping the fork in. So we're gonna take a risk here. This could be catastrophic, but bear with me. I put it on backwards again. We gotta have the BergTech logo up and ready to go. Putting the same bar and stem that I've been running since the Let's Go Racing series. 45 mil random Ritchie eBay stem and my Sam Hill bars. So we're gonna hope this sticks while I grab this other spacer. Oh my God. That was stressful. I like using these BergTech aluminum spacers. I've used carbon ones in the past. From time to time you get headset issues from running weird spacers or different sized ones, them getting crushed or something, so, or making noise. So it's nice to have all the same spacers. Side note there, and they look cooler, and I'm running a BergTech bar, so may as well. And BergTech grips. We're gonna put BergTech grips on this. I really like the Greg Minar softs, super softs. All right, it's looking like more of a bike. That stack is a little ridiculous. We'll see how it turns out in the long run, but I like having a long steer on the fork, so it just gives me a bunch of room to play with, but I ain't gonna lie, that looks a little dumb. Get this idler pulley mounted. Nice. It's a little stiff, but as it breaks in, it'll loosen up. All right, now it's time for the BB install. Installing BBs has to be one of my least favorite things to do in mountain biking, just because you have to figure out all the spacing and the chain line and all that stuff. Praxis makes it fairly easy. You just scan the code on the document that's sent with the bottom bracket. Always makes me nervous because I this up once. Let's go. Oh, forgot a spacer. Again, I don't have a torque wrench, so we're gonna go decently tight. That feels way too stiff. Aha, I misread it. Classic mistake. So you don't need the internal, oh my God, I'm so stupid, guys. I can't trust myself to do this shit. You didn't need the internal spacers on the BB. So here we go again, gotta take it all off. Idiot. So these are the Girder Cadet HDs. It's the heavy duty version of their Enduro crank. 165 length, that's a lot better. Yeah, 165 length. I just don't see the reasoning going any longer. Some of my worst crashes are from rock strikes, so if I can eliminate that a little bit, that just makes my riding a little more stress-free. All right, next up, let's do the front brake. Front brake should be fairly straightforward. Checking off all the easy stuff first. Running TRP brakes. I think I'm actually going to order a set of the Lewis brakes. I mentioned that in the latest podcast series. I hope you guys have been enjoying those. But for now, running the TRPs. Up until this point, out of everything I've tried, they're still my favorite. Watch me bojangle this. I'm always scared to strip this out. God, this is stressful filming myself doing this. I feel like an idiot. Cool. Oh, this is a nice shot of my up thumb. One thing I always manage to do is somehow scratch the bike in the build process. So I guess that's the goal for this build. See if we can manage to not scratch the bike. Forbidden routes this through the top tube, through this little doohickey right here. Let's see if I can manage to squeeze this through without actually taking it all the way off. Nice, that's a win. You gotta find it through the other window. I just use like a super mini Allen. And if I can get it hooked, usually it's fairly straightforward, but I'm not feeling it anywhere right now. Okay, we're gonna take a peek through the other side now, see if we can gain any insight. Boom. Big win, big win. All right, it's kind of heartbreaking. I don't have one of these black covers, so we're gonna be running one brake with one and one without other. Surface, there we go. Looks a little cleaner. May as well. It's a little persuasion maybe. There you go. I like the way this brake cable came out of the bike. It's not like kinked or doing anything weird. These Knipex pliers are one of the nicer tools I own. I never know how tight to get these. Oh no, it's twisting my cable. Maybe there. No, you don't want to overdo them. I'm like not seeing any bubbles come up. This brake's been off a bike for a long time, so I might have to take this to a shop and get a full bleed done. All right, it's time to start moving on to the drivetrain side of things. We got the UDH hanger. Do you guys grease these? Comes with no grease. Still running 11 speed. Go watch my why I'm running 11 speed video if you want to know more about why I'm running 11 speed. Really it comes down to I can't afford the dope 12 speed stuff, and if it's in between the budget 12 speed stuff and budget 11 speed stuff, I think the 11 speed stuff holds up way better. Running SRAM 11 speed 10 to 42 tooth XX1 cassettes. These cassettes are badass, super light, gets you that 10 tooth cog
with the durability of that Shimano 11-speed derailleur.
Got a race face rear wheel on here. I was able to trade a 29er I had for this, so it's nothing too special, but gets the job done. It's the race face Affect. It's got a 30 mil internal width, which I like. Boom, we're in. All right, I'm not sure how much chain this is gonna take. This is a full length 11-speed chain, so let's hope I don't have to add any more than this. One thing I do miss about SRAM derailleurs is that little cage lock. I've definitely sent a few quick links flying having to do this number right here. One thing I do need to get is a bash guard for this thing. Oops. Why is it so rough there? Oh, it's because I'm an idiot and routed the chain incorrectly. Oh my God. Ooh, crunch that with my hands. I feel like a man now. We're gonna try out this Archer system. This can turn any wired group set into a wireless one. The first thing it says is to open this little trap door right here. It's like weather sealed. And then they provide a shorter length cable. Stick it on through. All right, so that's all sealed up. Thought I'd connect the housing just to like test fit it. The shape of this chainstay is honestly making it a little awkward. I think this is a decent spot for it. Go to the app, click initialize motor, pull the slack, and then I think just tighten it to the derailleur. Speed with Wizard. So you're essentially just micro adjusting each gear till it feels good. So let's see if that worked. I've got the first 3 gears configured. Not quite. Nice. It's kind of fun. It is working. It's shifting pretty smooth. This is my first run through the cassette. You can kind of like micro adjust things now. But overall, that was fairly easy to set up. The shifting speed isn't lightning quick, but it's acceptable for sure. Settings, pair remote, proceed. Let's see how that goes. Took a long time, given what I had to do on it, but we're getting there. That first look when it's got wheels on it, it looks freaking good. All right, taking it down from the stand. Exciting. All right, saved my least favorite part for last. Internal dropper cable routing. See, I thought I was gonna have to like pull the bottom bracket out or something, but Forbidden's got a little trap door that I didn't even know about. How do you guys figure out what length to cut their dropper housing? I'm gonna send something. It's a bit long. See, I struggle to be detail oriented, but I'm also really picky. So it's tough. It's like you should usually just try and choose one or the other. All right, here we go again. Let's see. I probably didn't take enough if I'm calling it. But again, I was scared of doing it too short. What are you gonna do, right? Still long, but acceptable. Let's see, it's gonna annoy me if it's not right. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to do it again. You know, at this point, I'm just hacking my way through this. One thing I'm gonna kick myself for if I don't do it, I just remembered, is I have internal tubing. This is like the one cool guy mechanic thing I might have enough skill to do. I know if this thing starts rattling, I'm gonna lose my mind. I cut through most of that because I didn't want to bore you guys with how ridiculously long that took, but here we go. The cable's out. I think it's like about the right length now, and there is foam in there, so we got the dub. I am actually going to take just a little more off it. Oh my God, dude. Boom. I feel like a boss. I swear, if it's too short after this, I'm going to lose my mind. I know for a fact there's a better way to do this. Boom. Great success. I think the camera was framed wrong throughout all that, but holy shit, that feels good. On the final stages, it's got a few things to button up. This Archer shifter actually feels pretty dialed, pretty similar to, I guess, the last generation Axis remote. That'd be quite the way to end the build. stripped cranks. At least take it out for a little spin, but I've got no brakes. Gonna go take it over to Mike's Bikes Walnut Creek, get my brakes dialed in there, and then we should be good to ride. Finished product, let's see what it weighs. 34, I thought it was gonna be lighter. Still not bad though. Here it is, the final product. Look at that thing. Not all new parts, but this thing is looking fresh. One less thing to do. Peel this sticker off. Show you the Geo. Boom. Oh, f it up. God damn it. All right, we'll sort that out. Put a bottle cage on, but sheesh. I think that's what the kids would say. And we're ready to ride, so stay tuned for the next video.